Hello, welcome Ayushi. Make yourself comfortable. Can we start now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Ayushi, tell me a brief about your family background.
Yes, sir. So in my family, my father is a mechanic who repairs engine, generator, and two-wheeler bike. And my mother is a private teacher. And my sister is a software engineer, works in React Native profile. And my brother is pursuing his engineering from private college from Indore.
Okay. So, do you know the principle of DC generator? Working principle of DC generator?
Not quite sure about this, sir. I will read
Okay.
upon that.
Okay, no problem. And your family members, a few of them are in software field as well. So, are not you interested in the software field?
Yes, sir. As my sister is already working in this field,
Hmm.
in my initial career phase, when I was just graduated, my sister suggested me to pursue my career further in the software field. But the thing is that, sir, I studied civil engineering for 4 years, and after that, I got selected as an apprentice. And
Hmm.
I explored the various work profiles there in HPCL. So I was very
Hmm.
interested to pursue my career in that field only. But I also believe that that field is also good for a career option.
Okay, but how do you think your job profile in HPCL will be connected to civil engineering?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When I was there as an GAT, there was revamping work going on,
Hmm.
in which steel structures were being constructed. They were using the butt welding that we study in steel structure, butt welding, fillet welding, and also some construction were also going on. For example, our planning building were being constructed at that time, and we have seen as we were as a team of four GATs there, and we have seen the various construction activities in the revamping project of the depot.
Okay. So let me know, how do you calculate the strength of weld? How strong is your weld?
Yeah.
How do you know this?
So, it will be depend upon which kind of weld we are considering, whether it is
Hmm.
a butt weld or fillet weld.
Hmm.
For butt weld, we have to consider the thickness of the butt weld, because basically we have to we have to find the cross sectional area
Hmm.
which going to subjected to the uh, shear force in that case. So in that case, we will find the strength. For example, I can use a formula like a cross-sectional area multiplied by the permissible strength. This way,
So this permissible strength is the tensile strength, compressive strength, or shear strength?
in case of weld, we consider shear strength, as weld is weak in shear.
Hmm. Okay. What is the difference between this butt weld and fillet weld?
Yes, sir. In case of butt weld, there are types like single butt weld and single butt weld, and in single butt weld and um, so can I think?
Yeah, sure.
So in case of simple butt weld, it depends upon the thickness of the weld we are providing. Uh, yes, sir. And in case of fillet weld, we arrange plates in a way like this. Uh, I'm not finding correct words for this, but
So you mean to say that in case of fillet weld, the plates will be overlap, and in case
yes,
of butt
sir.
weld, the plates will not overlap, right?
Yeah, they will be placed at the same stage in case of a butt weld.
Okay. So what is the thickness we consider in butt weld?
Yes, sir. It's not about the thickness. I think it's about the throat thickness, which going to play the main role to resist the force.
So
And
how do we calculate that in for butt weld?
uh, yes, sir. It is considered as a, I I forgot, sir. I will read upon.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Okay, is there any limitation on the size of weld?
Yes, sir.
What is
Uh,
that limitation?
yes, sir. Uh, we have to. There are two limitation: maximum weld size and minimum weld size. As
Hmm,
this minimum weld size is actually depends upon the member of the thickness of the member section we are using.
hmm.
I think so. For like for minimum butt weld, we have to find like 3/4 of the nominal thickness,
Hmm.
and for
Nominal thickness
maximum
of what?
nominal thickness of the parent section we are using.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
And
sir.
maximum?
And maximum is depends upon the maximum also maximum depends upon the minimum size of the parent section. For example,
How?
uh, yes, sir. Uh, for example, our member section thickness is between 0 to 10. We consider 3 mm butt weld size, 3 mm, and if it is between 10 to 20, we use 5 mm.
You are telling this as minimum or maximum?
So I'm telling it's minimum.
So we were on the maximum, I think, discussion. No? We were on the
Yes,
point of discussing maximum.
yes, sir, I got a little confused because
Okay, no problem. Okay, that's fine, no issues. So do you think a weld is good than bolt in case of overlap section? Weld is good than bolt.
uh, no, sir, I'm answering the question.
Okay.
Uh, yes, so whether we are using butt weld, whether we are using weld or bolt, it will depend upon the type of loading we are considering. If
Hmm,
we are considering a type of loading which are repetitive in nature, or for example, it is subject to dynamic loading, we have
hmm,
to go for considering weld type of section. Because in case of dynamic loading, if we use bolt, it will be subject to tension, and there may be chances of bolt coming out of their places.
okay.
Yes, sir. So I think for it will depend upon the loading conditions.
Hmm.
In this way we can consider which
Okay,
one we
now
are
tell
using.
me, so what are the possible modes of failure of a bolt?
Yes, sir. Sir, bolt can fail in bearing, and in case of shear also, and uh, tension failure of bolt can also happen.
Okay. So which one of these thing is do you consider the most critical out of these three failure modes? Which one can be
Yes,
considered
sir.
as most critical?
Yes, sir. Firstly, I have to calculate all the three strength of the bolt,
Hmm,
which will come lesser. It will
hmm,
we will design our bolt for that particular force, because इन तीनों में से जो भी स्ट्रेंथ हमारी सबसे कम होगी, यदि हम
hmm.
उसमें ही सेव कर देंगे तो कोई और आगे फेलियर नहीं होगा. So we
If
have
you
to
provide
consider.
if you provide the sufficient edge distance, okay. So which of these failure can be minimized?
Yes, sir. I believe the sheer failure of bolt can be minimized.
Shear failure, are
Or
you sure?
okay, if I think that edge distance criteria, we will consider failure of plate member. I guess, sir.
I'm just asking. So you told that shear failure can be controlled. So shear failure does it take place near the to the edge? Where
No,
does a
sir.
bolt get sheared? So this is suppose this is the bolt, okay? The plates will be overlapped here. So from where does shear failure take place? Does it take near to the end of the bolt, or the
No,
shear
sir.
bolt gets sheared from the
Cross
mid of the
section.
yeah? So you consider
Bolt
it like
cross
that, no?
section.
So by providing sufficient edge distance, I don't think the shear
Yes,
failure can be controlled. Okay, right?
yes, sir. I agree. I agree that I did wrong information about it. Shear failure will not occur in case of providing sufficient edge distance. I think
Hmm.
it will be related to tension failure, sir. Of bolt.
Okay, what is the difference between tension failure of bolt and tension failure of plate?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When we will apply load on a joint, for example,
Hmm.
joint in which a plate will be joined by the bolt. And if we apply tensile force on the plate, the force will travel from plate to the bolt.
Hmm.
In this situation, if the plate is
Hmm.
weaker, it will going to fail in case of tension. And if the parent member is strong enough, but the bolt are weaker, in that case, bolt will fail from because of this tension force we are
Hmm.
applying.
Okay, now tell me the difference between bolt and rivet.
Yes, sir. So rivet are basically manufactured in mold, which are like, sir, the rivets are manufactured at the site we are making the joint. And
Repeat. I did not get it. Repeat. So if you
uh,
don't know, you tell frankly that you are a little bit confused. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, so no one can know everything. Okay. Yeah. Have you been to Havda ever?
no, sir. No,
So
sir.
Havda Bridge is entirely made up of riveted joint only. Okay. Okay,
Yes,
no
sir.
issues. Now, okay. So tell me your another subject from which I would like to ask. You would like to be asked
Sir,
any subject.
I'm comfortable in soil mechanics, building material,
But uh, can you please repeat once? Building material and soil
soil
mechanics.
soil mechanics.
Okay. Can void ratio be greater than 1?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Can
can you
void
repeat?
ratio be just meeting? I'm just hold on. Hello, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
can void ratio be greater than 1?
yes, sir. It can be, as void ratio is stated like volume of void to the volume of solids. And
Hmm.
in a three-phase system, volume of void is considered as volume of water and volume of air, and it can be
Hmm.
greater than the volume of solid.
Okay, fine. There are two pore pressure parameters, A and B, Skempton's pore pressure parameters. What are they?
So these poor water parameters are being used in case of finding uh, I don't have enough idea about it, sir.
Okay, no problem.
I'm making it.
ठीक है, fine. Thank you, Aishi. So that was all about your interview. Okay.